it's Gel from GameBabble. Just figured I'd give you all an update as I work on some of the next episodes. First of all, while I'm still doing the motion control reviews as I'm very, very passionate about them, they will be delayed. Mostly due to the fact that number one, my Xbox red ringed, and number two, I was convinced by a friend that I really couldn't judge the Kinect fairly without playing Kinectimals. So really, before I could even start, I had to wait for my 360 to get back from repairs. It's back now, but I've already started work on a couple other episodes, and I'm a big proponent of releasing episodes when you have them done rather than delaying them for some arbitrary order, because let's face it, I'm a lazy bastard. If I did that, these episodes would never get out. More than that, though, I'm actually considering doing a few other things with the show. I mean, when I started this show, it was supposed to be about whatever the fuck I wanted it to be about. It's just I got sort of sidetracked and ended up mostly focusing on weird bargain bin Wii games that no one was going to give a legitimate review except for me. For starters, I want to do video game cartoons. I know they're a popular target with many other reviewers, and many of them have already been covered, but if you've ever watched my show, you know that I'm different, and so it's not just going to be a rehash of stuff that everyone else has done. Now, let's be honest, these shows are bad. They're an easy target. Let's not mince words here. However, that's the thing, though. It's easy to point out what they did wrong, that at best these are mediocre cartoons. It takes a lot more work to point out what they did right, and I think that I would really like to do that. I'd like to give these things more of a fair shake and point out the things they did right as well as the things they've done wrong, and try to explain why these things happened. I mean, for starters, one of my life goals ever since I was a kid was to watch every single video game cartoon that came out, and as such, I've seen 90% of these back when they were relevant, and I've gone on my way to view the others. And the other thing is, you know, obviously, I'm big into video games, I know a lot more of their minutiae, and as such, I can point out some of the more interesting things about these shows. Hopefully, you'll find my analysis of these shows to be interesting and hopefully entertaining, fingers crossed. Also, I'd like to review some anime. I've been watching anime since I was a little kid. Like, literally, I started, like, when I was 5, like, before I was even in first grade. Yeah, that probably explains a lot about me. And as such, I have this huge backlog of old anime that I would really like to review and, you know, show to the world. There's some newer ones that I'd like to cover. It's not going to be a main focus. It's not my forte. But there's a few I'd like to cover. And there's also some random things. Like I said, this show's supposed to be about whatever the fuck I want it to be about. So I might tackle a few live-action movies, a few cartoons, perhaps a shitty Disney sequel where the villain is the most non-villainous character in the show. There's a couple things I'd like to cover. I'm just letting y'all know so you don't get surprised when the fuck out of nowhere I'm reviewing something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the context of what I've been doing. My New Year's resolution is to produce more episodes this year. So fingers crossed I can keep that resolution. I'm really going to try to make more episodes, and I'd like to thank all of my viewers. Thank you. You know, I don't care if I'm only have 1 or 2 viewers. The fact that someone is watching my show, listening, and getting some enjoyment out of it is reason enough for me to continue doing what I do. And, maybe I'll get a little more popular in the new year. Tell your friends. What the fuck ever. Anyway, stay tuned, as I will be releasing some new episodes, hopefully shortly, but also never underestimate my own laziness. Anyway, this is Gel, and you're gonna be GameBabbled. See you soon.